Crime rates in America's largest cities dropped in 2023, but unfortunately, Oakland went in the opposite direction. The situation in this lovely city and its surroundings is both concerning and intolerable. The recent spike in crime has been so bold that some groups have called for the National Guard to intervene. This has left even the most devoted Oakland residents feeling shaken. With a population of 420,000, Oakland has always prided itself on being California's feisty alternative to San Francisco. And it's not just individuals feeling the heat from increased crime in the Bay Area. Even businesses are feeling the burn, from high-profile companies in Oakland shutting down to beefing up security. The headlines have been pretty grim lately. Compared to 2022, Oakland saw a 21% increase in reports of violent incidents last year, a 38% increase in robberies, and a 23% modest increase in burglaries. It was the second year in a row that the city had 120 homicides. Everywhere appeared overcome with terror, even Grand Lake with its verdant walkways and busy shopping areas. Crime in Oakland in 2024 has already had an impact on politics, as seen by calls for increased police staffing and recall efforts. Nearly a year has passed since the search for a new police chief began, and city officials are mired in the protracted and usually acrimonious process. Things have reached a peak level of tiredness, desperation, and outrage. The pastor of St. Benedict Catholic Church in East Oakland and a police chaplain, the Rev. Jason Landeza, stated, "It's pure fear. People there seem to be consistently aware of your surrounding environments. Even anything as simple as walking 40 steps from your apartment to the trash can to empty the rubbish, you're afraid. While taking out cash from an ATM, you're staring in the mirror and wondering who's around you, who's behind you. Things are unbelievably crazy there." Concerns about public safety have contributed to a retreat from downtown by both businesses and residents. As a result, there are now fewer people on the streets, which increases the likelihood of robberies and other crimes. Let's clarify how this is negatively affecting the business environment there. People are afraid, so they decide not to go outside and stay at home. But actually, businesses need people to come out, and the more people on the street, the safer it will be. It will eventually turn into a ghost town if nothing improves. Some Oakland business owners are beginning to wonder if they can stay in business in the city due to the increase in crime. But you know what's more disappointing? The impact extends beyond tiny companies. In fact, national corporations are leaving Oakland and taking further precautions to safeguard their employees. Can you believe that the Oakland site of In-N-Out is set to close permanently? This marks the chain's first ever restaurant closure due to theft, property damage, car break-ins, and armed robberies that target both staff and patrons. In Oakland, Denny's is closing its one and only facility after more than 54 years, citing worries about public safety. In addition, a number of Kaiser Permanente employees who worked in its downtown Oakland offices in the latter half of 2023 were victims of vehicle theft, armed robberies, and other crimes according to the company. As per reports, Kaiser sent out a note to work members suggesting that they eat lunch in buildings. Things don't stop here. Clorox reported that the company used uniformed security guards to escort staff members from parking garages, eateries, and coffee shops to the workplace. In addition, owner of the Latin American restaurant Zona Latina HN, Cindy Varela, reported that overnight, robbers broke in and destroyed the establishment. She has lost her money and her business because people are afraid to sit down to eat because of crime, which is a crazy problem there. She mentioned that if things keep going this way, she might have to shut down the restaurant. Now, you must be wondering why things in Oakland keep going from bad to worse. Despite a decline in US cities last year, the rate of homicide, gun assaults, and other violent crimes is still higher than it was before the pandemic. A study conducted by the impartial criminal justice policy organization Council on Criminal Justice found that there were 10% fewer homicides in 2023 than there were in 2022. The study looked at crime trends in 38 locations. Oakland was excluded from the study. However, there has been a national rise in other crimes. The survey saw a 29% increase in motor vehicle theft and a 105% increase since 2019 in motor vehicle theft. Legislators and the media paid close attention to shoplifting in 2023, and the number of reported cases increased by 22%. The rocky developments that started in 2020 seem to have been driven by significant social and economic clauses, although there is now a great deal of variety between cities, according to a statement from CCJ President Adam Gelb. This indicates the increasing significance of local factors. The reasons for Oakland's rising crime rate are complex and difficult to understand. However, criminal experts argue that the epidemic had a significant effect. Actually, the study conducted by the Council on Criminal Justice identified a number of theories put forth by crime scholars, including changes in people's daily routines and emotional and financial stress, shifts in police tactics, and a breakdown in public confidence in the realm of law enforcement, and the discontinuation or reduction of social services and programs. In Oakland, there has been a reduction in police presence and initiatives to stop violence. Camps for homeless have proliferated on sidewalks and beneath freeway overpasses in Oakland and around California due to the state's steadily growing housing costs. Public safety worries have also skyrocketed due to the increase in the homeless population, despite the fact that research indicates that homelessness does not increase one's likelihood of crime. Another important factor behind the crazy increase in crime rates in Oakland is the fact that some believe that when Oakland officials cut the police department's funds, they were sending the incorrect message to criminals. They believe that additional police should be stationed on the city streets. In fact, limiting the size and role of law enforcement was a major topic of discussion in Oakland throughout the pandemic, with many advocating for racial justice. The city's rate of violence and property offenses has increased dramatically since then. So the problem of crime and violence in Oakland is big, really big. Is there anything that can be done to save this city? Advocates for law enforcement and the police assert that there should be more officers on the streets. For almost a year, Oakland has been operating without a police chief. In Oakland's commercial districts, business leaders have demanded stricter laws pertaining to public safety, including the authorization of police traffic stops for cars with improperly tinted windows and increased street police patrols. Since entering office in 2018, Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao has reportedly followed an extensive community safety plan that focuses on enhancing violence prevention, utilizing technology to bring down criminal networks, and investing in the police force. The good news is property crimes have decreased in Oakland's business districts during the last several months, according to Mayor Sheng Tao. Additionally, she gave the police department instructions to revive the ceasefire strategy, which Oakland abandoned in 2020 in order to concentrate on pandemic relief efforts. Actually, experts believe that in order to enhance business conditions and make neighborhoods safer, businesses, the mayor's office, and elected officials must work together. Talking about collaborative work, Governor Gavin Newsom recently ordered the further deployment of 120 California Highway Patrol officers for a planned law enforcement push in an attempt to curb crime in Oakland and the East Bay. The governor's office sent a press release stating that specialized units and modern investigative technologies will be part of the temporary deployment of more CHP officers with the goal of improving public safety and cracking down on crime. The Oakland Police Department and the Alameda County Sheriff's Office are two local law enforcement agencies with which the officers will collaborate in a coordinated crackdown on criminal behavior, such as vehicle theft, shop theft, and violent crime. It's worth mentioning that this isn't new. The California Highway Patrol has already been employed by Newsom to strengthen law enforcement's operations in the Bay Area. In August of last year, the CHP was already stationed in Oakland to tackle the spate of significant armed robberies and carjackings. In October 2023, he also sent CHP and National Guard members to San Francisco to combat the fentanyl trafficking issue. The operation's multi-pronged approach will work to prevent persistent issue crimes such as violent crime, retail crime, cargo theft, carjackings, and auto theft. CHP will also use technology that reads license plates, as well as specialist units like canine units and air resistance, in addition to high-visibility traffic enforcement. According to the announcement, there will be around 900% more CHP officers in Oakland and Alameda County as a result of the increased law enforcement presence. Now that you know the solutions and what Oakland officials have been doing to fight criminal activities, you might be aware that there are so many challenges that Oakland is facing because of its high crime rates. And these challenges are obstacles in the face of fighting crime. In the past year, Oakland has had certain difficulties in obtaining support from state authorities in its effort to combat crime. While several law enforcement agencies in the Bay Area were eligible to receive money totaling millions of dollars to combat organized retail theft last fall, Oakland's application was rejected due to its late submission. There has been a startling uptick in Oakland company closures, with the primary justifications being stated as rising crime and safety concerns. Two of the more well-known closures in the troublesome Hegenberger corridor were the closing of Oakland's lone Denny's restaurant, which occurred recently, and the In-N-Out burger site, which is scheduled to close in March 2024. Here is another blow to the Oakland Police Department, and that is the shooting murder of Osipha Tuan Le in late December 2023 during a break-in at a marijuana shop close to Jack London Square. Following Mayor Sheng Tao's dismissal of police head LaRon Armstrong in February of last year, the department has been operating without a chief for almost a year. Based on their individual experiences, each person has unique perceptions. More police is seen as protection by those who've been robbed. It is seen as a danger by those who have experienced police abuse. Thus, Oakland streets will see an increase in police presence for a minimum of some time. If it will have much of an impact, only time will tell. Thanks for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to receive more content. See you in the next video.